Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing this full face of my most expensive luxury makeup. Can you guess the price tag? If you're up for it, comment down below with your guess and we'll see at the very end if you were close. I set out to beat my record of $1,500, which is a video I filmed several months ago now. Some of these pieces are just exceptionally expensive. For example, this beautiful House of Sillage lipstick. This comes in the limited edition Whispers of Admiration case, which is so stunning. These are truly just exquisite luxury pieces. Over the top, but really beautiful. This was sent to me complimentary. I absolutely love these lipsticks. I'm wearing my personal favorite shade, Countess, which is a really pretty kind of pinky nude. And I've received a couple requests to review their lipsticks. Every single shade I've swatched, I love. So I plan on doing a dedicated video just to reviewing these lipsticks so you can check them out in more detail. Also, I did not skip a single step, which is very rare that I do a makeup application where I go through every single little thing, but I wanted to really push the total to the max. Do you need to spend thousands of dollars on luxury makeup to look beautiful? Absolutely not. But one of my favorite YouTube beauties who gracefully accepted the challenge is Morgan Turner. So this video is done in collaboration with hers. If you're not familiar with her channel, she is a radiant light here on YouTube. I always have such a huge smile on my face watching her videos. So she is also creating a full face of her most expensive luxury makeup. I will be sure to link her video and her channel down below. You do not want to miss out on her videos because they are truly informative and fun. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to begin by prepping the skin, and I've already done my skincare routine, so I applied moisturizer, but I'm starting to feel a little bit tight just because it's been maybe about 20-30 minutes or so since I did my skincare. So I'm going to begin with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I absolutely love this product. I use it all the time on my channel. This was sent to me complimentary because this is a limited edition exclusive bottle, so it's a larger size. It's pretty and pink. I believe it retails for $49, which is pretty reasonable considering the size of the bottle. But I like to start with this because it's going to hydrate the skin and it also helps to tighten pores. I'm going to follow that up with my two favorite primers. The first is Dior Dream Skin. This is the new Care and Perfect, and then also the Guerlain L'Or Radiance Primer. So the Dream Skin is something that I've used for a long time, and it's sort of a hybrid last step of skincare, first step of makeup, skin enhancer. This is the new and improved reformulated version. It's the same active ingredients, except this is supposed to be more pearlescent, a little bit thinner, and the ingredients are just in a higher dose. So it's going to do the exact same thing for the skin. It helps to close pores, it helps with redness, fine lines and wrinkles over time, but it's a product where I see instant results and then they're also cumulative. The second primer I'm going to go in with is the L'Or Radiance Primer from Guerlain. I love this primer so much, but this does something different than Dior Dream Skin. This is truly just a makeup primer. It has little gold flecks, which look beautiful. They break up whenever you rub it in your fingers. And then I like to use this by pressing it into the skin. Since I am not skipping a single step, I am going to do a little bit of color correcting before I go in with my foundation routine for the day. I know it seems like we've already done a lot of prep, but I want to just help even out my skin tone a little bit more. Plus the CC cream from Chanel has SPF 50, which I cannot live without, especially here in Florida. There's so many great yummy things for your skin. I've talked ad nauseum about this product, but it has vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, sun protection. It helps with the complexion. It truly is one of the best products from Chanel and just best products in general. I do have a little bit of rosiness in my cheeks, and that tends to happen whenever I use my retinol the night before. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this CC cream. Not a ton, because I don't want to layer too many things on my skin and end up having it feel really heavy and just cakey. Today I'm using my La Mer Soft Fluid. I have the shade 22 or 220 neutral. I thought they were double digits, so I think it is 22, but it says 220 on the bottle. So this is the shade neutral. And I'm going to use my tried and true Flawless Face foundation routine. So I like to go in with my foundation, mix in a couple drops of the Trish McAvoy Beauty Booster Oil, and then add a liquid illuminator. And today I'm using the Soleil Tan de Chanel. This might sound like I am just adding products for the sake of increasing the bill, but truly this is what I did on my wedding day. It is my go-to flawless face routine. So it can be any foundation, any liquid illuminator. It probably could be any beauty oil, although I really like the Trish because it has vitamins and nutrients for your skin. Teeny tiny bit of the Soleil Tan de Chanel Sun-Kissed Liquid Illuminator. And then the trick with the Beauty Booster Oil, the trick with the Beauty Booster Oil, did I say that right? Is to only use a drop. Not even really a full drop, just a teeny tiny bit. And this really works well if you're using a matte foundation, but even a more luminous, glowy foundation like the La Mer, it just helps everything go on smooth, look beautiful throughout the day. You won't find dry patches or cakiness. And then using my Marc Jacobs foundation brush, I'm just going to mix that all together on the back of my hand and then buff it on the face. For concealer, I'm using my Tom Ford Emotion Proof underneath the eyes. And at $54, this was pretty pricey. I know there are more expensive concealers, Clé de Peau, Sisley, so it actually gets much higher from here, but this one is one I had on hand. I wanted to challenge myself to use expensive makeup, but I didn't want to go overboard and just start buying expensive makeup for the sake of the video. And then to highlight my T-zone, the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm using the shade 3. I wish I had a lighter shade to highlight, but this will still do a nice job drawing some light to the area. Before I set my face with any powders, I'm going to go in with my cream bronzer. Today I'm using the Soleil Tan de Chanel, and I love this product so much. This is a new one because I finished my old one, and it's a product that I just always will restock when I need to. I'm going to use the Tom Ford, this is the Ivory Fawn Translucent Finishing Powder. This is something that I really love. This is kind of new for me. I'm going to go ahead and use the brush that comes with it just for fun. I also want to set my bronzer, so I'm going to go in with the Guerlain Terracotta Light. This is the shade 03 Natural Warm. And this is a bronzer that I've hit pan on, and I've still had it for a long time, so it's going strong. But it's just so beautiful, very light. I truly believe that a Guerlain bronzer is a staple in any luxury makeup collection. It's one of the products that they're known for, and they are just so beautiful, very luxurious. They smell incredible. The powder goes on so silky smooth. And then for blush, I'm keeping the look kind of natural-ish today. Even though we're using a ton of products, I still want it to be wearable for daytime. I'm going to work later, so it can't be anything too crazy. For blush, I'm going in with Love Lust. This is also from Tom Ford. And I did my best to avoid doing a full face of Tom Ford since their products tend to be a little bit pricier. It would have been easy to just do all Tom Ford and probably break the bank. It's a really pretty, peachy, warm shade. I love a blush like this for pairing with a red lipstick or a bold lipstick because it still gives you a little bit of a flush, but it's more natural and it won't compete with any shades that you put on your eyes or lips. I might have spoke a little too soon. I have another Tom Ford product right off the bat. This is the Radiant Perfecting Powder. But I wanted to include this because it's not even my most expensive highlighter. I have some limited edition Chanel highlighters that are even more pricey. Although at $68 for this tiny little pan, that is pretty high. This shade is just one of my favorite highlighters ever, and I thought it was limited edition, but the last time I checked this was still available. But when it goes on the skin, it has a really light goldish reflect. It's just very beautiful and well worth the $68, I would say. I don't use it that often because I think I just kind of save it for special occasions, and I want to use up some of my other highlighters first before I use this one. But every time I do, I'm just sort of reminded how beautiful it is and blown away. The eyes are going to be all about Chanel, so I pulled out some of my favorite Chanel products. The first is the Les Beige palette, which is one that I have talked about and raved about so many times on my channel. I think it's the #1 eyeshadow palette currently available from Chanel. It's the most user-friendly. You kind of open it up and you already know what to do with it. You can probably come up with a couple looks because the colors are just so wearable, universally flattering. The texture of the eyeshadows is superior, so I could go on and on about this palette. I think I did for a long time, so I put it away and kind of forced myself to stop talking about it, but for today's video I just had to pull it out again because it's just so great. So I'm going to begin by going in with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here. It's the second shade in, and this is going to go in the crease. With a dense traditional eyeshadow brush, I'm going to pick up this pewter shade right here. So I'm going to put that all over the lid. I wanted to incorporate some of the newness with the fall collection, so using my fingers, I'm going to tap on this 327 Penombre. This is the Ombre Premier Top Coat. This is one of the new launches, and I love these top coats. Definitely best applied with fingers. I still want to keep the look relatively daytime appropriate, but I am going to take a pencil brush and pick up a little bit of this darker shade just to add a teeny tiny bit of dimension in the outer corner. We may have just moved past daytime and headed into late afternoon, early evening, perhaps happy hour, but I wanted to give this makeup look a mixed metals type of vibe. So I'm gonna go in with New Moon, the cream eyeshadow, and with a little precision brush, I'm going to run this underneath my lower lash line. This is going to give the look a really pretty pop. I love how New Moon is just the perfect rose gold color. It is so beautiful, honestly. I love to use it on top of the lid, below the lid. Just anytime I can incorporate the New Moon, I will do so. To line the top lash line, I'm going in with my Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen in the shade Deeper. This is by far one of my favorite black liquid eyeliners. It's dual-sided, so you have a brush tip and a sponge tip. You can use one or the other depending on whether or not you want a very thin, crisp line or a thick, more dramatic cat eye effect. So even though it does retail for $58, you're not going to have to restock it nearly as quickly. It's basically 2 for the price of 1. So it's expensive, but I consider this to be one of the products from Tom Ford that's a great value. To line the inner rim of the eyes, I'm going in with the Chanel Stilo You Waterproof in the shade Brune Agape. This is a really pretty shimmering brown shade. I'm looking pretty bald without my brows done, so I'm going to do that next. And I'm using my Bare Minerals Brow Master, and I'm going to use the Dior Show Bold Brow Mascara. This is the brow gel that I'm going to use. The Brow Master is sort of a boring choice, but I just don't have anything more expensive that I like as much. So I figured that would be sort of insincere, as much as it is pretty inexpensive at only $22. I'm starting to play around with more of a messy feathered brow look. Not too much because I just don't have the natural hairs to create that look, but I do like a really messy, bold, thick brow. So I've been using my brow gel more recently. For lashes, I'm going to go in with my Chanel Lash Primer and the Le Volume Revolution Mascara, which is slightly more expensive than the original Le Volume at $35, but again, not the most expensive mascara on the market, so it does get pricier than this. To highlight my brow bone, I'm going to quickly go in with the Stilo Ombre Contour Stick from Chanel. This is the shade Nude Eclat, which is really convenient because it's in this nice little crayon form, so it makes highlighting the brows incredibly easy. Alright, so we are almost done. The final step is lips. I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Pillow Talk, since I'm doing a more kind of neutral nudie pink lip. What has become my #1 most prized beauty possession at the moment is this lipstick from House of Sillage. This is truly unique. It is the ultimate luxury. I mean, you can tell just by looking at the case. And if you're somebody who is a connoisseur of luxury products, you pay attention to detail and you appreciate brand stories and brand inspiration, this is right up your alley. So it comes with the really nice hard case. It looks like what you keep your sunglasses in. It has a mirror right in there, which is great for travel. And then there is the second layer. There's another little bag, which I think is really nice. So you could take one or the other or both. And this is what it looks like. Here I have the Whispers of Admiration. This is the limited edition case. It has hand-placed Swarovski crystals. It's so pretty. It's slightly peachy. It's almost like a warm pinky nude. But I love how opaque, really just one swipe you get so much color, but it doesn't feel thick. It still feels really creamy and hydrating. I love, love, love the lipstick formula. To set my face, I'm using the Sublimage Le Brume Setting Spray. This has skincare benefits in it, but it retails for $200, and I believe it comes with 2 additional refills. I only use this on very special occasions, but when I do, ugh, it feels so nice. With the $200 setting spray courtesy of Chanel, that brings our grand total to just over a whopping $1,900. It is hard to believe and really crazy to think about $1,900 worth of products in just one sitting. So if you guessed at the beginning, let me know down below in the comment section if you were close. I didn't even use some of the most expensive products that are available on the market. I will say that a lot of the things that I use today I would consider to be my luxury favorites. They're products that I truly love, I believe in, and I use all the time. But I didn't acquire them or purchase them in a short span of time. It's taken me years to purchase everything, and some things were gifted to me, so I would not recommend going out and spending nearly $2,000 on makeup. That wouldn't be the smart thing to do. If you are in the market for some new luxury goods, Sephora is having their summer sale right now, so I believe it's for VIB Rouge and VIB members. I will link all of the information down below. And again, be sure to check out Morgan Turner's video. Hers is going to be up at the same time, and we're gonna go head to head and see who wins this battle of most expensive face of makeup. So everything you need to know will be linked down below. And that completes today's video. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me any of your comments or questions. All of the makeup products mentioned and used are going to be down in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.